Hey y'all, welcome to the Memoirs of a Sinner, a personal growth podcast by HerKinkz.
God the Father, in unity with his team, created humans in their image. In the first book of Genesis, verse 26, God is speaking to his team, and he says not only will humans be made in their image, but we will be just like them. We have to know who God's team is in order to know who we are created to look and be like. We know Jesus, the Son, was there in the beginning because John chapter 1 starts off saying that in the beginning the Word already existed. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. He existed in the beginning with God. God created everything through him, and nothing was created except through him. The Word gave life to everything that was created, and his life brought light to everyone. We also know God's Spirit, the Holy Spirit, was also present because the book of Genesis starts off saying that the earth was formless and empty, and while the Spirit of God hovered over it, God the Father began speaking things into existence. This shows us the importance of being on one accord with our team. Everything is on one page. There's no division and there's no conflict. We can also see from this how significant it is in choosing who or what we are in partnership with. I was reading Proverbs 8, and as wisdom is speaking, she is saying that she was also present. It says that the Lord formed wisdom from the beginning. Before he created anything else, wisdom was appointed in ages past, at the very first, before the earth began. Wisdom was born before the oceans were created, before the springs bubbled forth waters, before the mountains were formed, before the hills, before he made the earth and fields, and the first handfuls of soil. Wisdom was there when he established the heavens, when he drew the horizon on the oceans. She was there when he set the clouds above, when he established springs deep in the earth. She was there when he set the limits of the seas, so they wouldn't spread beyond their boundaries, and when he marked off the earth's foundations. Wisdom was the architect at his side. She was his constant delight, rejoicing always in his presence. And how happy she was with the world he created, how she rejoiced with the human family. Wisdom rejoicing in God's presence is an episode of its own. But when I saw wisdom refer to herself as an architect, I went back to get the definition of the word. An architect is a person that is qualified to design buildings and to plan and to supervise their construction. If wisdom was qualified to create everything we see, hear, taste, and touch, her resume overqualifies her for anything that our human minds can fixate. Keeping in mind that there are things that we as humans have never seen or experienced that wisdom has designed. I've spoke about this before, but since God is refreshing me, I'm refreshing y'all. If he intentionally, not by mistake, created us to look and be like them, then by his Spirit, we have the wisdom to create, be fruitful, and to multiply our creation. We are always building something, whether it be relationships, families, or structures. If we are in partnership with wisdom, we can expect for it to succeed and withstand the fire. In grade school, we had school projects that were due at the end of the semester. The presentation and the grade we received for the work done was a reflection of the effort that was put into it. You can almost always tell who threw their project together at the last minute and who actually took the time to study and consider every step. In 1 Corinthians chapter 3, Paul tells us that it's because of God's grace to him that he laid the foundation of the church like an expert builder for others to build upon. He recognized that he in fact wasn't an expert builder, but he was able to do it as if he was because of the wisdom that was given to him by the Spirit of God. He goes on to say that whoever is building on the foundation that he put in place, they must be careful because no one can lay any foundation other than Jesus Christ. God must be what's holding it up. Anyone who builds with Christ as the firm foundation can use a variety of materials, but on Judgment Day, fire will reveal what kind of work each builder has done. Fire will determine if any work we've done has any value. If the work survives, the builder receives a reward, but if the work is burnt up, the builder will suffer great loss. The builder will be saved, but they will be like someone who barely escaped through a wall of flames. Paul also shows us that he didn't do everything on his own. He had a team. He planted the seeds, Apollos watered, and God made it grow. If we think we are wise by the world's standards, we need to become fools to be truly wise, because the wisdom of this world is foolishness to God. It absolutely doesn't matter who is playing what part in the building, because everything belongs to God. What's important is that we are in partnership with wisdom. In verses 12 through 16 of Proverbs 8, wisdom says she lives with good judgment and knows where to discover knowledge and discernment. Everyone who fears the Lord will hate evil. Wisdom hates pride. It hates arrogance, corruption, and perverse speech. Common sense and success belong to her. Insight and strength also belong to wisdom. And because of her, not only do kings reign, but rulers make just decrees and lead with wisdom's help. Nobles are able to make righteous judgments. A tweet recently stated that when we speak to managers, we get the feeling that they are important. But when we talk to leaders, we feel important. Leaders develop other leaders. But if we aren't developing ourselves, it'll be hard to develop other people. I love you all in real life.
If you'd like to stay connected, you can follow me on Instagram at the Insta About Her, TheinstaAboutHer, and make sure you subscribe and leave a review.